But more or less, the best way to think of it would be just to kind of, it's like a little boost that can help you along. It's not going to do a whole lot. I don't think it's going to make a difference between first and fifth or anything like that. It's only going to help you get maybe one position at most, or if you need to make some space between yourself and whoever's behind you. It's kind of one of those type of deals. Or if you get a bad jump off the corner and you need a little boost, something like that. So it's definitely not to be, you know, the most relied on aspect of the driving, because it's not gonna save shitty driving, I guess. But it will help. So it's good to know that it's there and you can use it if you need to, and that's always a good thing. So let's see. Let's talk about the actual gameplay thus far. If you haven't noticed, I'm being pretty relaxed right now as far as throttle and braking and whatnot. I'm not going full force right yet because I've learned in F1 2010 that when you go out on tracks, when you're not familiar with them, and you just haul ass, bad things happen. Kind of like that. But one thing I do want to make note that has changed compared to F1 2010, and I had read about this, and I'm glad to see that it's true. They more or less made it to where, especially if you're like myself and are running no traction control, it's not as easy to spin out. Yet, I don't know, it could be different with different tires on a different track or whatever. But so far, I've only done it once, and that was just because I was trying to figure out what to say while driving. But yeah, it was real easy to spin out in F1 2010. I did it a lot. It sucked. And I've read that a lot of people online were complaining and saying, you know, even under like what would be considered like optimum conditions, tire-wise and track-wise, they still thought it was way too easy to spin out, and it was more or less to the point where you could spin out just as likely on a dry track with good tires than you would on like a wet track with crappy tires. So they were saying there needed to be a better representation of spinning out, as far as like, you know, it shouldn't be so damn easy to spin out. Like if you just tapped it the wrong way, tapped the throttle coming out of the corner the wrong way, F1 2010, you're not, you know, you're guaranteed to spin out, and they were pretty much unsavable. And I think they were trying to shoot for it to where you can actually save them a little bit better in this game. But the biggest difference would be actually, you know, are they going to happen or not? So certain things to consider. I'm sure once I start playing more, I'll be able to see what would have been a problem, like more or less what just happened coming out of that last corner. You know, it's really easy to spin out on something like that. F1 2010, you would have been spinning out. Hopefully they've got it in this game to where... Alright, come on, son. Cool. Yeah. Hopefully they got it to where it's not as easy. But of course, I won't know that until I spend a little bit more time with the game. I need to make my braking more effective. Right now, I'm doing a lot of shitty stuff. You gotta do better gear changes too. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this track at all, so I'm doing a lot of learning. If I do this lap and one more, then go into the pits. Right now I'm working on trying to get my corners a little bit better, figuring out where I can gas it, take up some time if I need to in a real race situation. Get my gear changes a little bit smoother, a little bit more accurate. Right now, kind of guessing. Whenever you're taking a corner and you come out in first gear, or second for that matter, you need to apply the throttle pretty damn carefully. Real easy to spin out.
Sector 2 is good.
So don't do that. Doesn't matter what the game algorithms are for spinning out. If you floor it taking a corner in first gear, probably gonna spin. Or second, because I just kind of lost traction right there. So definitely first. Mental note. That's something on my ass. Alright. So I need to figure out where the hell the pit entrance is. Gotta get past. It's gotta be up here somewhere. Ain't there. Alright, cool. It's right there. Alright. Note to self, pit entrance, not where I thought. Alright. Oh. So that was practice. Did a little bit of practicing. Got about 20 minutes left in the clip. So, if you've hung around thus far, I appreciate the hell out of it. Because we're going to move on to the next little factor here, which would be qualifying. Hopefully. Unless I get told I'm not allowed for whatever reason. Alright. So you got anything to say to my ass? Nope. Current position, what's it matter? Time remaining. So yeah, technically, I don't know if this game has
time in sectors 1 and 3. This screen provides you with live timing information and allows you to fast forward time within the current session.
Yes, fast forward time. I think it's this button. Or this button. Yeah. Alright, so I'm hitting the gear changer, and it runs all this crap. It's got 3 different fast forwards. You got current mode, fast time, and then fast as hell techno mode. And as you can see, everybody's crapping on my time. But yeah, so you can technically ride this out as long as you want. You could do like an hour of practice. And I don't want to. Where am I at? Am I at the bottom now? Should be. Goes forward, yep. I have to, look at that. I have horrible time compared to everybody else. But damn it, I just started playing it, so I'm alright. So that's cool. But we're going to jump to qualifying. Alright.
That's the end of the practice session. We finished well down the field.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? So I got about 10 seconds or so to shave off. No biggie, right? No, I'm not worried about it right now. So we'll go ahead to qualifying. Qualifying is in 3 sessions. You get knocked out if you're below a certain threshold after each session. So it's kind of like everybody goes, and then like the last few people are no longer eligible and they're stuck in their position, and then it goes to the next one. So like the last session has everybody competing for their final slot, but you have to get to it obviously before it matters. So technically your final resting position for the race only matters whenever you get knocked out, and if you don't get knocked out, the last session, the 3rd session, is what determines. So technically all you have to do is just make sure you get to the last one, and then from there you're good to go. So I'm not going to mess with anything. I don't really know if that matters what tires I got right now. We're just ain't too worried about it. So yeah, all that doing its thing. Q1 is what, 20 minutes. So you get 20 minutes to go out and put down a beast ass lap. I could make it go a little quicker, I guess, if I did the little thing where you do that and whatnot, but ain't worried about it. I'm gonna go out and do my thing. And let's see, go to track. do the whole simulation thing with the leaving a little pit stall. What time is it? Ooh, okay, cool. Alright, so you gotta wait your turn. But now there's more damn cars on the track.